Hey, look at that. Look at that. My hands are very dirty. I am very dirty. I've been camping for the last few days and I have a lot to catch you up on. I'm not going to do that right now. I've put in my 2 weeks notice at my job. I've been through a very tragic family death and traveled to the other side of the country to support family. And then I got COVID. And I've been recovering out in the wilderness for a few days since getting back to Arizona. This is just me wanting to encourage you to rest when you need to slow down and stop and wait for the storm to pass, because afterwards there's bound to be a rainbow. You can't force rainbows to happen. This storm took forever to pass today, and I was terrified. It was like electric while me and the dogs were in my van. There was lightning striking all around us, and I was like, this is not moving and this is taking forever. And then I just came outside and there's a rainbow. I want to encourage you to rest and take care of yourself and know that there are cycles to everything, and that sometimes it's time to go into the grief cave, whatever it is that you're grieving. Here's the other side of the rainbow. Let me see if I can show you. See it back there? And on that note, I would like to recommend a book to you that has been very life-changing for me. Actually, a couple. Okay, so The Wild Edge of Sorrow. I cannot remember the name of the author right now because I'm focused on another author. The Wild Edge of Sorrow. I will link to it down below. I want to say the author's first name is Francis. I'm going to say it again because this book is so important. It's about grieving. And that doesn't just mean grieving death. That means grieving the parts of yourself that you've never accepted. That means grieving the things that you expected and wanted that you never got. It's a very, very healthy part of life in our process. The Wild Edge of Sorrow. Meet me there. And then I just finished a book that I will also link to that absolutely integrated several parts of my life, horses and being, and it's called Being with Horses by Nishan Cook. Even if you're not a horse person, it's a book about being with yourself. It's a meditation, it's medicine. And then I also just finished the book Sled Dog Trails by Mary Shields. So, the first woman to finish the Iditarod. Oh, speaking of which, dun 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 dun. Hello, Wild. Hello, Wild. We're having a lot of fun out here. I don't know where Rosalind is, but she may come running up at any moment. Anyway, Sled Dog Trails by Mary Shields, first woman to finish the Iditarod. And I'm just planting that seed for the chapters of my life that involve dog and horse adventures and long distance travel. I have no idea if you'll be able to hear any of this because it's extremely windy, but wow. Look at that rainbow. It's hard to see it very well. It's really majestic. It's so majestic. Like, the sky is just a gift. And you are a gift. Now, I invite you, in the space following this video, to just let yourself rest. As in, go be alone and quiet, even for just 5 minutes. Not read it. Razame, come here. There she is. She's not as big of a fan of being on camera. Just let yourself rest and breathe for 5 minutes. You don't have to close your eyes and meditate. You don't have to do anything. Just rest. Be alone. Be quiet. Just be. And I will send you with a blessing from my good friend Ponderosa. Ponderosa, who I call the Taylor tree, because I've received many blessings from my dear, dear friend Taylor, who passed away in a car accident almost 7 years ago, and is an angel in my life and was like a brother to me then. And I will talk more about it was my dearly beloved aunt, my Aunt Nancy, who, in the words of my cousin Sarah, was a fucking mystic. And that's a good way to put it. My Aunt Nancy died very suddenly in her sleep a couple weeks ago now. I've learned since from people that to die in one's sleep is a sign of spiritual distinguishment sometimes. And Aunt Nancy was certainly spiritually distinguished. She was the woman who taught me about Brene Brown, you guys. She was the one who taught me what relational awareness and emotional intelligence are, as well as someone who went from being a fundamentalist evangelical Christian to building a labyrinth in her backyard, and was probably the first one in our family to read Dance of the Dissident Daughter by Sue Monk Kidd, which, if you're a woman or a man, especially if you're a person in a woman's body, highly recommend the book Dance of the Dissident Daughter by Sue Monk Kidd. All right, so in honor of rest, the wild edge of sorrow, being with horses, sled dog trails, Ponderosas, Taylor, and Aunt Nancy, I love you, and please take care of yourself. Slow down and be gentle. Amen.